Alright, welcome. We're going to talk about DMs that actually get responses. You've probably been waiting for this for quite a long time. Finally, here we go. We're going to talk about the frameworks, the scripts that you should be using when you're doing outreach on social media. So let's just go. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to keep in mind, what's important, and what you can glance over. Okay, so sending direct messages, or other words, DMs, is a great and probably one of the most effective ways to engage with potential prospects and clients in 2025 and not be ignored. To maximize responses, your DMs must be concise, personalized, and action-oriented. Okay, so why most cold DMs fail? It all boils down to this, right? So if you can master this, if you can just understand what I'm about to show you in these 2 sentences, you'll do great. So most cold DMs fail simply because they're too long, too generic, or too pushy. Okay, so let me just repeat that. So most cold DMs fail because they are too long, too generic, or just too pushy. A great cold DM is short, specific, and focused on the recipient's needs, not yours. So again, most fail because too long, too generic, too pushy. You have to be specific and you have to make them your priority and not the other way around, right? So they need to feel that the message is focused on them and not you, right? Here's a formula to get high response rate. So in your strong opening line, skip the intros, start with the insight about them. Why should they care? Have a clear value proposition lined up. Have a soft call to action, make it easy for them to reply. Just say, would it make sense to chat about this next week? That's a little bit too pushy. Instead, what you could do is, can I share this quick, insert lead magnet here, right? Key principles to keep in mind and you're going to do great. And then I'm going to show you the frameworks. Personalization wins. So use the first name of the recipient, maybe the company if that's relevant, but generally just make sure you use the first name. Sometimes, in some cases, it's not worth it. We can talk about that more in the advanced strategies section of social media outreach. But basically, it's like this. On Instagram, most people don't have their first names. They have some nicknames, so it can come off as weird. So you could just put like, hey man, XYZ, then you do with the messaging. But with most platforms, X, LinkedIn, you could easily get their names, right? So there, I recommend you to do it. That's like the basic. Mention a specific pain point and opportunity. So minimum do this, right? So make sure you mention their name if it's possible, and make sure that you bring up a specific pain point within the message that they're facing, all right? And then you explain exactly, quick and short, how are you going to help it? 30 words or less. Break up the text into shorter sequences that are easier to read, easier to digest. Want to make sure it's scannable, right? So make subject line irresistible. So you could put something like, instead of, hey, quick question, first name, quick idea for company, and then you can get into it, right? So you could do a great intro like this, like first name, quick idea. Obviously, if you could do, the first name as well as the company name. Subject lines could be named as intros in some cases. On LinkedIn, you could do subject lines if you're doing emails, or if you're just doing like regular mails. That's fine as well. But, same theory can be applied for if you're just doing this as an intro to your message. So that's absolutely fine. Focus on them, again, not you. Nobody cares about your background, so get straight into how you can help them. An example of this would be, saw that company is scaling fast, figure this might be useful, right? One clear call to action. Okay, so example, would love to share some quick 5-minute idea. Are you open to chat? Avoid vague call to actions like, let me know your thoughts, right? You want to make sure you're directing their attention to something that you ultimately want them to convert into. For example, a VSL, which might lead them to a booking page where they book a call with you, they get on the discovery call, and finally you just close them, right? So that's the ultimate goal. You don't want to, have like some certain steps unsure, just like going this direction, this direction, this direction. You're never gonna get here, right? So you need to follow a strict guide on what's next steps. You want to make sure they're directed. Like, they could watch the best VSL out there, but if there's like no call to action at the end that, hey man, call, or like no button to call, or just you don't say it, they're not going to book a call. So make sure you have something going on. Frameworks that actually get replies. Well, here are some evergreen frameworks that we tested and performed best over the years. You can simply plug and play with this, with your own offer, your positioning. I want to make sure, just I give you this disclaimer before I jump into it, that these are frameworks. They are not scripts, right? So you can take them, but they're not going to work just out of the gate. You have to input your own offer, your own script. So make sure you tweak it, right? So here are 10 different examples for 2 of the strategies we are running on social media. One strategy is just the direct marketing. That's basically you sending text and then a prospect replies. So that's pretty much like the generic approach most people take. And then we have the Trojan horse-based permission opener. So what that means is it's not a text, it's a video that you record, right? It's much more powerful if you want to go with this route. Not as scalable, because if you want to do it like this, if you want to have their first name included, it is going to take a lot more effort to do. Or you could like combine best of both worlds. If you even want to do it, we talk about that in the AI automation section. Second strategy could be with this, is you record like one really good take, and then you can multiply that infinitely by using platforms which basically clone your words, and based on the lead list you can have any type of variables, like first name. Like for example, in one video I could say, hey Michael, how's it going, man, right? And then the other one, it could be, hey John, like whatever it is in the lead list, the video is going to be generated for that specific person. Again, this is a little bit more advanced. We're going to talk about that in the AI automation section of this program. All right, here are some examples. I'm not going to get too in-depth into them. If you want to check up on them yourself, here you go. And by the way, if you contact us like, hey Sabo, hey Levi, we need some help with a script, I'm just going to come here. I'm just going to pick one and write one for you. So it's nothing like, a secret or magic key. This is what we use. This is what works. If you need help, just come here and plug and play with your offer, and then you should be good to go. All right, all you need to do is always like test and test and test which one works best, and then iterate over it. All right, best practices. Again, just keep it short, 2 to 3 sentences, personalize. If with anything, just do at least the pain points as well as the first name if it's possible. Use open-ended questions. You want to have a engaging response rather than just simply a yes or no. Avoid spammy language. Make sure you have like a clear call to action as well, and make sure you follow up, because people might not have seen the first message, right? So you want to follow up with them 1 to 2 times at least. We have gone into that detail in the outbound conversion system, so if you have not watched that video, just make sure you go back and see it for yourself. We break down all the follow-up systems we have, so make sure you implement this as well in the social media section too. Okay, with that in mind, this is it. Let's just go on to the next one. I'll see you there.